follow trends. Take that with my chest. I will not bend. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC South. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days. Let's go! Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go from Jacksonville. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the first overall pick from a couple of drafts ago, former Clemson Tiger Trevor Lawrence. And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
Lawrence going to put it up right away. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
Ready?
On play action, Lawrence.
knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dan Arnold, 54 yards. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Ryan Santoso now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development. But he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Tannehill. That is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And nowhere to go. He goes down to the turf in the end zone. Tannehill taken down for the safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. On the return, here's Agnew. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory. But I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want. And they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw is on target to Burks. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Tannehill on first down. And right side, Henry's got it. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up second down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And his throw here's incomplete.
Homer, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Now Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Tannehill. And brought in downfield by Burks. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Henry up the middle, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Andrew Wingard in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Bullock's kick is good, and they get on the board, trailing now 8-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it go again.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Now the Titans getting set to go. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. On first down, it's Tannehill.
Quick slant here to Woods.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. On first and 10, Tannehill.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Tannehill.
That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A first down carry for Henry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes to play in the first half of an 8-3 game. Working with a 2nd and 3. Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the side back of the 16-yard line. Trayvon Walker. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Tannehill to the sideline. Randy Bullock out now for the Tennessee field goal. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. Bullock's kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within a couple at 8-6 now.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
This one fielded at the 5. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. He's going to take another shot here.
Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
Picked by Kevin Byard. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Titans in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
right, Coach. Thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Santoso now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football. We witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
On first down, Tannehill. Running the slant, that's Robert Woods. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Tannehill. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Tannehill.
Open man, Westbrook-Akine.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Right side complete. That's Woods. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Again, it's Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Let's go, y'all. There you go.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Well, it's a jet sweep. The football to Woods. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a third down. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on third and goal. Forced out to his left. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal.
Completed pass brings up a fourth down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, fourth quarter. You're going. So now Randy Bullock with an important field goal try here. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Bullock's kick is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jaguars getting set to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. It's a throw again is Lawrence. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are right back in this football game. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Throwing now, Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this is caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, 40 yards. And the Jaguars get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Cannon now elects to bring this out.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 12. A minute 44 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Tannehill. Pass caught by Hooper. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Tannehill to throw.
Got his man, it's Woods. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing Tannehill. He's got Hooper on the out route. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. From the 50, it's Tannehill. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Tannehill. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle. They'll wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So you know it's only right, that's how we eat. Came all the way from losing to win.